Hello. I did promise this video on Thursday. However, I got sick and I wanted to make sure it wasn't anything worse than what it was. So, been hanging out at the house the last few days and did a 5K yesterday outside. So, here's my review for Evil Dead Rises. I don't have a lot of experience in the horror film. I mean, I've watched a lot of like documentaries like murder mysteries. I think as far as I go is like the Scream movies for the most part. I've seen the Jasons, I've seen the Freddys. I have never watched any of the other Evil Dead movies, even though I was told this movie doesn't tie to any of them directly. So it got a good review, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I will honestly say it is probably the most blood I've ever seen in any film that even remotely comes to mind. And the final kill of the movie, I mean, if there's a special effects award for horror movies at the Oscars, this should get it. Because I don't even know how somebody could write this on paper and come up with the end of the movie as crazy as it was, as violent as it was. And at the same time, I had a good time. Obviously, I mean, I really enjoyed the movie. It went by pretty quickly. It was probably like an hour 35, hour 40 minutes. Um, I don't know. I would honestly say I would seriously consider buying this movie and keeping it, adding it to my list of movies that I own. It would be the first horror movie that I actually purchased because I honestly don't consider like the Freddys and the Jasons and the Michael Myers like horror movies. They're more like slasher, I guess you could say to me. This was a horror movie. Like I have never seen so much blood on film ever. And it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was entertaining. It moved by quickly. Um, I'm sure there was a lot of kids who were actually in this movie that might have needed some therapy after the filming this movie, because even I was kind of like, these scenes are happening with children. So that's that. But I mean, maybe in other horror movies, they've had children in them that are partaking in a lot of off the wall, straight murder. Sounds about right. But yeah, I'm gonna say I probably buy it. I have no complaints. I went to a matinee show today. It was nice. Um, Surprisingly packed. Surprisingly, there was a lot of young people in there that I didn't even think could probably get into the movies. I even heard a baby crying, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong, but I could have swore in the middle of the movie I heard a baby crying, and it was not part of the scene because the scene was in a bathroom, and I won't spoil anything. But I will say, if you are into the horror movies, I definitely recommend it. Um, I'm not sure what the next movie is. I'm very excited about The Flash getting released at CinemaCon for everyone to review it tomorrow, I believe, or it's Tuesday, which tells me since we can't see the movie as the public for like another 6 weeks, that movie has got to be solid, because if it was trash, they would never let the critics get their hands on it 6 weeks before it opens. So I am very excited about that movie. I'm pretty sure I'll see a movie in the next week or so. I have to figure out what it'll be. It may just be a rerun of John Wick 4, because I only saw it once in theaters. I was going to see The Covenant with Jake Gyllenhaal, but I got mixed reviews on that. Told it was good, and other people told me it was horrible. Don't waste your time. But I'll keep you updated with posts, different type of news that I hear and stuff like that. So you may see a lot more short videos until I get to the next movie. The next major one that's on my radar is the Flash movie. I know Transformers Rise of the Beast comes out in June also. The last 3 Transformers movies have been kind of trash, so Bumblebee wasn't bad. It was like a prequel, but the other movies have been kind of not as good as the first one that came out like 10 years ago. So I guess we'll see. But I'll do videos to keep you posted on what I'm going to do for the next movie. There's some great television shows on. I know Succession episode drops tonight. That show is perfect. If you have not seen it, definitely check out Succession, and I'll keep you guys posted. If you like the videos, please make sure you hit the subscribe button at the bottom, and I'll keep you posted with the next movie.